Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast, to sea to shining sea. My goodness gracious, it's a triple play Saturday. Oh, my goodness. A lot of fun for you today. The Yaesu 1000, a whole lot more. Welcome to the show.
We're having a party, dancing to the music, played by the DJ on the radio. Cokes are in the icebox, popcorn's on the table. Me and my baby, yeah, we're out here on the floor. Oh yeah. So Mr. DJ, keep those records playing, 'cause I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby.
Great song. Rod Stewart, a little help there from Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones. Having a party. And we are in the U.S. It's Hamvention weekend. This is the Saturday of the return to Dayton, Ohio, of the biggest ham fair in the North American continent. We're grateful and thankful to Charlie, November Juliet 7 Victor, for a great segment live today from Hamvention. We're going to talk today about, the Yaesu FT 1000 Mark V. Been waiting for a long time for that. Today should be a lot of fun, my friend.
So Mr. DJ, keep those records playing, 'cause I'm having such a good time dancing with my baby.
From around the world, wherever you may be in this great world, away we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Shack in Oregon, show number 3. Yes. Show number 3 today. It is Saturday, May 21st, 2021, a triple play Saturday.
Triple play. It's a triple play.
And we're excited that you're along for the ride today. If you'd like to get an amateur radio, we'd love to help you do so. It's a wonderful place to be. You get great friendships. You don't even have to talk if you don't want to. You can use a keyboard. We invented text messaging. We invented selfies. We invented sending photos in skull scan television. We did so much in this hobby to advance things you use every day simply on your cell phone. It all started in ham radio. Contact a big club like the American Radio Relay League, www.arrl.org. Let them know you'd like your license in amateur radio. Wherever you are in the world, they're going to send you an email back with a local amateur radio club to you that will help you get on the air. www.arrl.org. If you're here from the WRMI CQ Calling Show, welcome. We're glad to have you. Yeah. All over the world on Thursdays, CQ Calling powered by Icom for the love of ham radio. Hawaii, South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand have the show Thursday, 8:15 UTC on 7780 kilohertz. We're on shortwave on Thursdays to Europe, North Africa, the Middle East at 2015 UTC on 15770 kilohertz. Again, Fridays at 2115 UTC on 7730 kilohertz. North America gets shows every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on 9395 kilohertz. And the Caribbean, Central and South America get CQ Calling Thursdays, 8:15 Eastern on 9955 kilohertz, which is also simulcast on the internet stream at www.wrmi.net. We've got an email that sometimes Larry actually looks at and, responds to people. No! Sorry, it's been long lately. There's been so much going on, especially with the weekend shows coming up, that I just have not had time. But please feel free to reach out to me at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. And we have a Discord channel. I think it's the best in the whole doggone world. Thank you to Jeff and Dirk and everybody that joins up on that. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes we try and reach out after the show and just talk on voice chat. Have a nice time. Talk about whatever. It really is fun. Reach us on Discord at ham-radio-live. We'd be honored to have you be part of the conversation. Your weather today is powered by Icom. Icom for the love of ham radio. And this is really a great day. I mean, we've seen declining numbers, and I think that can spoil people. I really do. I think sometimes when we see numbers, for example, SFI 180 on Thursday, and now it's only 166. You look and you go, oh, geez, conditions are bad now. No, these are good conditions. We've got a great A1A, and look at all the brightness on the left side. That's what's coming our way, and we've got more good days ahead. Backside view of the sun, there are those 3 sunspot regions that are coming from the east limb. You can see it here on the A1A. The magnetosphere view of the sun, take a look at that. 3019 is on its way, and it looks pretty big too. Plus 3016, 3010, 3013, and a gigantic sunspot region. 3017, 15, 11, and 14 are huge, and they are facing Earth as we speak. The large sunspot group facing Earth, speaking of which, it did provide a moderate M3 solar flare Friday at 745 UTC. Then also AR 3017 was responsible for even a brighter M5.6 flare. These were not CMEs, so they shouldn't impact our propagation. Solar indices today, SFI is down 7 to 166. Solar sunspot number is at 109. Your area number is at 1400. Solar flare detections over the last 3 days, nothing major. 7 sunspot regions facing our planet. This is the good news. The geomagnetic forecast, this is the impact that the planets have to our Earth's magnetic field. This is where noise floors come from. So static on the bands, things like that. Now, it's not going to be like, lightning crash static, but it'll be static. The general noise floor on the band will be lower. Today, we are starting to see the effects of that. Down to a K3. Tomorrow should be about K2. Same for Monday. So good conditions coming. Here is the K index. You can see it's a K3 right now. And the current conditions that we have out of on the QRZ, which is great because it's been negative for part of the day, is now this. 166 SFI, 109 solar number, A index a little high at 12. It's not like terribly high, but we want it below 10. K index is 3, that's unsettled. And you see the BZ latitude is positive, 1.6. Solar wind a little high at 514.0 kilometers per second. 6 and 4 meter E-skip are open, and we're getting 10 meters again in the northwest. Yes, we are. 10 is back. As I said, it'll creep up north as we continue on through the weekend, and it's doing just that. Kilo Charlie 2 Golf map. These are MUFs, and this is current from around the world right now. Take a look at North America. Up near Alaska, they're already on 18 megahertz. Right about the North America and Canada line, 24 megahertz, so 12 meters right about the border for the U.S. and Canada. And then the numbers start to come up. Look, Southern California already on 28 megahertz. See how 10 meters is expanding north again. 29 megahertz in South Texas. Along the New England coast, 18 megahertz, about the northern part of Maine, and about 26 megahertz out of Colorado. If you're in South America, you're on 10 meters everywhere. It's beautiful conditions in South America. Head towards Europe. Great Britain is right about 22 megs. Same with mainland Europe as you head south towards Spain, 25. And if you're in the northern part of Egypt, 24 megahertz. Heading south again towards Africa, big line there of between 14 megs and 24 megahertz in the southern part of the country of Africa. Far East, waking up to great conditions. Look at that. Wow. Tokyo, 16 megs already, and 28 is close. I mean, it's really close. That's what I'm saying. The numbers are coming north now for 10 meters. It is coming back. Over in Australia, you're starting on the Gold Coast at 18 megahertz. In Perth, you're at 12. Here we are at solar cycle 25. Here is what we're faced with, the old days, right? From solar cycle number 1 to 23. But here's 25. Look how much now it is going from what they predicted. This is going to be a huge sunspot in that time, guys. This is going to be gigantic. Take a look at the difference. The difference is in purple versus the red, smoothed off line. We've got a great solar forecast for you. Your ham and shortwave forecast for today and for the next few days, we're going to see some declining solar flex index numbers the next few days. However, to make up for it, 10 meters has made a deal with the SFI, and it's heading north this week. 10-meter voice will be open, 20, 17, 15, and 12 as well. That'll be north, mid, and south latitudes. Data modes 30 to 10 meters in all latitudes. Good to have the 10-meter band finally back again. Gosh, it's been gone for a while. Nighttime ham bands tonight, 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30. Your best DX, work your maximum usable frequency at gray line, then go down to the next band and so forth until you get to 40 meters. And that'll be where you'll be most of the evening. But great conditions. You should have tonight 20, possibly 15, and maybe even some 12 going way after dark. Shortwave friends, good daytime bands today. 31, 25, 22 in the 19-meter band. Shortwave nighttime, 120, 90, 75, and 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 100% chance of that 19-meter band being open all night long. Literally, it's going to be that good for you coming up here this week. Should be good. Solar ranking today is a 9. We've almost got that northern hemisphere getting 10 meters all the way. Otherwise, we'll make it a 10. And welcome to the show. If I don't hurry with the weather, it becomes ancient and the MUFs all change. So that's about what it's at currently here today. Let's welcome some folks to the channel. First one in, Anton, all the way from Holland. First one today came in, and congratulations for coming in first, my friend. Papa Charlie 4 Alpha Delta, welcome. Good evening to you, Anton. It's nice to see you. Jeff Porter, my mate from Portland, is here. Hi, Jeff. Alpha Delta 7, Lima, November, from Hayden Island up there. Beautiful area. Rob Q, still hoping for Freeberg to play sometime on this channel. No! We'll see. Maybe. It's a very, very long song, but it's a good song, too. Dirk, welcome. Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. Good to have you back. You're a good guy. And Rodney, hello. We're here again. Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. We told you it'd be a triple play.
Triple play. It's a triple play.
For those that don't know what triple play is, in baseball, if you're able to get 3 outs in one play defensively, it is called a triple play. So we're doing triple play Saturday. Dirk, welcome. You can come chat with us on Discord after the show. That is the link to it. We'd love to have you. Stian from Norway made all 3 shows too. How about that? Just had a QSO with Canada and Suriname on 17. I just finished a 10-meter QSO with Brazil. Papa 5 Romeo Tango. Man, the bands are open. Enjoy. This is time to have some fun. Entering your radio on. Rod Clare, welcome. Kilo 7 Lima Alpha Papa. Good to see you guys. Rodney says, bad. We have wonderful conditions, especially in 15, 17, 20. Don't you dare give up on 12 and 10, man. Seriously, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it's good. It's really good today. William, Larry, everything stops for Ham Radio Live, especially chores.
Hey, that's a joke, son.
Oh, Williams, good to see you. Thanks for coming, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you part of the show. I mean that. Rod, my friend Steve, thanks for pointing out the Youth on the Air contest. That's good stuff. We love Youth on the Air. Rod, welcome. Whiskey 3, Mike Papa Golf, welcome to the show. Aaron Lutz, welcome back. Candace here. Victor Echo 5. I always say Electric Mike Lima, but it's Echo Mike Lima. Hi, Aaron. Sorry about that. Larry's done 3 shows today. Hi, Tom. Welcome back to the Middle East. Good to see you, my friend. Alpha Echo 1, Tango Papa. Alpha 9, 2 Golf Whiskey. It's right there on the screen, Larry. Jeez, it's going to be fun. We'll have a fun show today. We really will. I hope you enjoy it. William says, most amazing thing I ever saw was an unassisted triple play. That would be something to see indeed. Yesterday, we talked about a very large radio collection that my friend Brenton Meadows, Victor Kilo 3 Charlie Mike, has down in Australia. And I asked him a question yesterday that he replied to today that I want to share with you. I asked Brenton, if you could only keep 5 radios, and you saw his collection, right? That was most of it, but not all of it. Which 5 would you keep? And it was interesting to hear what Brenton had to say about that. Let me kind of go into this with you. One of them looks like this. This is a Yaesu FT1000 Mark V. And what he says about it, 200 watts in the box like new, had for years, just a powerhouse Yaesu that competes with so many modern radios. That would be one he would keep. Backside of that same radio looks like this. There's 2 antenna ports there. Also, take a look at all the connectivity on the 1000 and take a look at the top right. Those are all heat sinks for the transmitter. Pretty good stuff. Prices on these things, honestly, this is probably a reasonable price, about $1,200. And the reason they want local pickup is because the darn thing weighs so doggone much. So it's like over 50 pounds. It's a very, very, very heavy radio. Comes with a power supply as well. And here's one where one is broken, but they're saying, this is what's wrong, fix it. And this is why I talk about with like the 1000 series, check the capacitors, make sure that they have been replaced, because a lot of them, you got to remember, this radio is older and it needs to have some help. So that's the reason why you want to make sure and ask questions about the history of the radio, what's been done. If anything, maybe it's like new and never hardly been used, but you might get a good deal that way. Let's take a look from Brenton's channel real quick at the FT1000 Mark V. It came in different flavors, the D, the MP, and the Mark V. The Mark V was the one with 200 watts. Let's hear it from Brenton himself. Victor Kilo 3, Charlie Mike.
Okay, so we've got a really, really nice one here. Just having a listen on 40 meters. And as you can see, 40 into Europe long path. And also USA short path at the moment. This can only be called a bloody nice radio. This is the FT1000 Mark V. And there was a time where you could walk into any Dick Smith and go, fantastic, there's a Mark V for sale. You could see it, play with it, and in the year 2020, turning down a little bit, the year 2020, things have changed. Finding one of these is a little bit harder. Okay, so what were they? They were significant because of the PA stage, and also have a look at how they did their PA. I mean, look at this heat seeking, the way they did. They just had to do something different that was just quite nice, and they came up with something I think is just a real beautiful radio. When I got the opportunity to buy this and have a bit of a play with it, I thought, wow, it's been a long time since I've played with one. And from the moment I turned it on, it was like all these memories coming back about, that's right, these things were a bloody good radio. It's this was the big competitor to the TS950 SDX. Sort of, I suppose, to some degree, there'd be Icom, I suppose, thinking the 781, but the 781 was probably the real flagship at the time for Icom, and that probably just had a few more bells and whistles with the introduction of a CRT spectrum scope. But the Mark V was just something that, as people know, I've got an FT1000 1000D here with the full filter kit, etc. Now this one's fully fitted out, and just in a little bit of playing that I've been doing here, it's reminded me just how good Yaesu's receivers were. This was the 200 watt output version 2. Rarely did I ever see any of these actually hit 200 watts, by the way. I always thought that was a little bit overstated, but look, a bit like the 950 SDX and a few of the other radios, 150 plus absolutely every day, depending on band, etc. Anyway, these radios just there wasn't much they missed. They really did have full metering as far as you could just change to look at anything you wanted, ALC, compression, etc. SWR, current, how much current you're drawing. Hang on, I'll just make sure that one's there. Hello 1 2, hello 1 2, hello. About 10 amps just there. And that's it. Oh, I just heard my tuner go then, actually, in the other room, and I just thought about that. There's a very good chance that we weren't actually... Hang on, I'll just give that a carrier. It's better, it's 1.03 now, and that's sort of talking up to about 150 watts with an FM carrier, 154 watts. May not have that completely turned up too. Obviously, they can do this all day long. They really do. Now that we've got the antenna tuned, we'll actually hear quite a bit more. I had the tuner set up for 80 meters from last night, and my fault. Okay, so a lot of long path Europe. That's Indonesia actually there, the YB series guys. Geez, I'll tell you what, whenever you want to do a video, the band will go quiet. There was quite a few on just before, and let's have a look here. I'll leave it on there just for a minute. The amount of things that you could do with these, especially in this area over here, with what they call the EDSP and all their different noise reductions. And as you can tell, just by the sound, see how it's... Oh, sorry. That would help a bit. So no noise reduction. Look at that. Nice. I like B, C maybe. Anyway, you had quite a few things to play with there. And it was a, amazing radio for getting rid of noise. The Yaesu receiver at the time.
And the video will be below. I'd cut it because the show's going to be a little bit long, but it's well worth watching Brenton's video on the Yaesu FT1000 Mark V. Mark V was different, gave you 200 watts, and it wasn't really full 200, it was more like about 150, but it still put out more power than the D or the MP did. Phenomenal radio. And when people ask, why did the 2000 not sell so well or not be so strong as the 1000? I think Yaesu will have the same problem, quite honestly, with what they followed the 101 series up with, because it's been so good. See, that's how the 1000 was, especially the Mark V field. It was so good. Then follow it up, right? The next one, you're thinking big expectations, and then you're kind of thinking, gosh, I kind of like the old radio better. That's what happened with the 2000. By the way, I do want to answer a question came through on the mail. In fact, let me grab that real quick, because this is important. Got a nice email from David Campo, call sign Kilo India 4 Delta Romeo Alpha. He said, Larry, I'm relatively new to ham radio as I got my general license back in November of 2021. First of all, congrats on that. That's great. He says, as I'm cruising the vans, I often hear the word activation, but I'm not sure what the actual meaning is. Many times activations happen with parks on the air. Would you mind taking a couple of minutes on your show to explain how activation works? Dave, it's a great question. Activation is great for like summits on the air or parks on the air. And then the reason why is because in order to activate the park or the summit, you need at least 10 contacts. That activates it. Once you've got 10, you now have activated the park. You don't need to then keep saying active park activation. You don't have to give the number so much, but you do when you're starting because you need those 10 cues. That's why you hear the word activation sometimes. You're catching it at the beginning part of them working either a park on the air or a summit on the air. David, great question. Thanks for asking it. Mostly because I knew the answer to that one. It's amazing when you know the answer to the question. It feels a lot better. Let's take a quick look at something that's kind of fun that I enjoy. And this was kind of cool because, when we do the shows, when I do the shows, I really try to think hard on different questions, how to interact with you guys so we can engage together. And one of the things I always try to do is to do a topic question. Today's topic question. Wrong question. Sorry, I missed that one. There's 3 shows in the computer today. I missed that. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I do that? Goodness sakes. Your real question. That's not either. My gosh, how many questions do I have on this show? There's a question. What would you like to see? I guess I got it right the first time. What would you like to see at a Hamfest? And it could be like maybe a piece of kit. You want a gear, right? Some kind of gear. Maybe you want to go to a talk about something, maybe about Aries or some kind of emergency comms thing, something like that. Or maybe you want to look for a specific item. Let me know in your comment section. We'll make it part of today's show. Again, topic question, what would you like to see at a Hamfest? Since today is Hamvention, we'll talk about that, all right? Let me catch up with your comments, and then we'll move on with the show. And Steve, it is an amazing bit of kit. I had a Mark V. It's a beautiful radio. Truly is. Stian in Norway have used the 7410 for over 10 years. Still going strong, but hoping to upgrade to the IC 7610 sometimes. Man, don't worry about that, man. You got a good radio. Use it while you can. And the 7610 is a phenomenal radio. Really good, pure sound on that. William, take care of business and then come back. Adesh, welcome. Trinidad's here. Good to see you, Adesh. Always good, man. Winan is here. Hi, Winan. We're here from Africa. It's great to have you back, buddy. Whiskey 6, Julie, and Mike from Walnut Creek, California. Welcome to the show. He says, hi, Larry. Wondering what you think of the FTDX 1200. I have an opportunity to get one. I'll be honest. I think that's the one that Yaesu shouldn't have stopped making. That and the 3000. I think they're both great. They're from the same lineage kind of as the 5000, but each one gets smaller in terms of what it can do on the screen or, how much menu structure it has. The 1200 is a really neat radio. I like it. Also, I like the fact it has 2 antenna inputs on the back. That's something to me it's really big because, 2 antenna inputs makes it easier to use the radio. And I don't know, don't quote me here because I don't know, I haven't read the instructions on it to see if it actually does diversity receive natively. I would assume it would with the 2 receivers, but it was, that radio was priced new $700-800, and then when they started going out of stock, then like every product, that goes up in price. But Jim, I like that radio. I really do. How well it would do for Morse code, I'm not sure. That I can't answer, but it is a phenomenally cool radio. It really is. Rod Clare, welcome back to you. Kilo 7 Lima Alpha Papa. He's one of our moderators as well. Does a great job. Chris, good evening. Digital analog ham. It's okay when we don't know the answers. Larry admits that a lot because I'm not afraid to tell you sometimes, that I'm just not the greatest, smartest person in the whole wide world.
My name is Larry.
Yeah, I'll tell you if I don't know. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. All right. William said, oh no, if I lose power, my box will be running to keep power to Ham Radio Live priorities. Well done, sir. Hi, Scott. Nice to meet you. Scott, it's really a pleasure. Kilo Echo 8, Romeo Alpha, India. Nice to meet you, Scott. Love the show. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you to say. Scott, you just made my day. Thank you, pal. Thank you. I mean that. Wow. Thank you very much. Wow. That's neat to hear that. Hi, Graham. Graham's here from VK Land, VK3, Golf Echo Kilo in the beautiful country of Australia. It's nice to see it. Don, November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango at a Hamfest, a new, fantastic, easy to deploy antenna with high gain. That's a good idea. I like that. Rod in Pennsylvania, I would most like to see me at a Hamfest. Yeah, right. I know. Ron, his call sign November 8, Whiskey Charlie Roma, and I had a Hamfest to see some unobtainium gear that you only see pictures of. Wouldn't that be fun? Like the stuff that's like prototypes, but they brought it anyway, and you get to see it. That would be cool. I'd like that too. I love the word unobtainium. It's one of the rare elements of the bunch, It's great. Dirk, out of Wisconsin, I'd like to see a build your own AMSAT booth at a Hamfest. There you go. That would be fun. Anton in Holland, I'm going to a Hamfest for cable and connectors usually. Hardly I get away from one without an antenna, but I guess I could do without a new one. Maybe. Okay. Very good. Very good. Dad, we've got a deal in our family this year, okay? My wife, because it's right before my birthday. The CPAC event here in Oregon is right for my birthday. And it's funny because I didn't realize Ray Novak at Icom, his birthday's one day before mine. And so we're like, man, he's like, your birthday's June 7th? Mine's June 6th. I'm like, oh man. He's like, we got to go do lunch. Let's do that, man. Absolutely. Why not? My wife's like, okay, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, I just like to maybe get something at the Ham Fair. That's all I want to do at CPAC. I want to get something at CPAC. And she asked, okay, so what is it? I said, well, I'm kind of thinking if I can find a good used screwdriver antenna that's in good condition and now I know it works, I'd probably like to buy that. And she said, how expensive is it? And I said, oh, maybe $500-600. She's like, wow, that's a lot of money, Larry. And I said, you know what, honey? I just paid off that beautiful necklace of yours for Christmas, okay? Yes, so I think I get a little antenna maybe. Probably not. Probably not. We can dream. Hi, Daniel. New Hampshire's here. Good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Oh, boy. Uh-oh, Williams just lost power. Oh, it's bad. It'll come back. Hang in there, buddy. I hope the battery in the phone is good. Larry on the small screen is so much better than Larry on a big screen. I guarantee it. Steve, topic question. Have a maker space where, for a fee, you can build some form of kit with experts to help out that you can take home. That's kind of cool, isn't it? What a neat idea. I like that. Yeah, Anton. But most importantly, meet up with other hams, especially the ones you hear on nets or mobile only usually. That's the best part of Hamfest. Charlie said that. Remember that today? November Juliet 7 Victor from Red Summit RF when he was on from Hamvention. He said, just seeing all these people that I've seen on YouTube or know from YouTube and being able to meet them. It's a special thing. Very good. Nice comment. Anton, I love that. Thank you. Yeah. Andy, Alpha Zero Whiskey X-Ray, a finance company at a Hamfest, sir. It couldn't hurt. Tell me, how much is the radio again? And how many months would you like to pay? Excuse me, how many children do you have? imagine? Oh, that'd be great. So actually, it's a great idea. It really is a great idea. Could you imagine the line, all these guys that would be up there at that booth, the Ham Fair Finance Company, going to help you get that dream gear home, man. That's awesome. Rod, we're going to go to CPAC. We're going to see each other together. I hope we come away with money in our wallet. He says, at CPAC, I want to see the comparisons between the Icom 7610 and the Yaesu FTDX 101D. You'll be able to, man. It'll be there. It'll be there. Just tell me what you think of the sound out of the speaker. I'd be interested in your comment on that. Daniel, would I like to see at Hamfest? Icom give me $100,000 in ham radio, electronics gear. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Rick, welcome. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming back. Papa Delta 5 Romeo Victor. My gosh. That's great. It's nice to see. He says, hi, Larry. Long time no see. I want to recommend your video about the IC7300 receive setting, 2200 hertz, and using the shift. Thanks. Yeah, it's the same on the 7610. Okay, let's take a quick look. Okay, we'll go to the radio. Here we're on 10 meters. And by this time, I believe most of not really. Part of South America's in the dark. This is where I worked the Brazilian ham, Papa 5 Romeo Tango. So let me just see if we can find somebody, okay? Somebody right there. Just wait for him. Hold on. There he is. Okay, so we're 2.5 wide. Tighten it up. We're going to be at 2.2 when we're done. Bring your noise reduction up. Let's try it. Kilo 7 Hotel November. So see, you just tighten up that way and you should be fine. Let's get the preamp up a little more. You see how that preamp helped? Bring it up a little, tighten up a little more, 2.1 kilohertz wide. Kilo 7 Hotel November. And I'm just riding the RF gain as a volume knob. That's why the screen's changing. So South America. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Try one more time. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Oh, compression's got to be on. Sorry. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Yeah, you can't hear me. One more time. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Yeah, he's not hearing us. So we'll bag it there. So that's fine. Yeah, but that's it. South America, right? So and that's what we're gonna hear on 10. You're gonna go south, and because the south is where it's really strong. Mid latitudes. You'll work well on 10. You really will. 12's working, and I'm at the 45th parallel here, so I'm halfway between the equator and the North Pole. Yeah, works well. So that's how you do it. You typically set it up, Rick, that you can use the radio quickly to pick up DX. I'll show you how mine's set up, just in terms of the filtering real quick. We'll move over to the filter section on the radio, and you'll get an idea. Okay, mine is set up this way. My primary filter is at 3K. Second one's 2.5. Third one is 2.1. Okay, from there I can always adjust it, or if I see how it's out of balance now, I've moved the high cut one direction, the low cut the other. The low cut is the blue, the high cut is the red. If you want to reset it, just hold the twin passband tuner button in and watch it. It'll reset. See? Just resets back to 2.5. So now if we listen, puts us at 2.5. But what's nice, if you're working DX, hit the filter button a third time. Now you're 2.1 automatically. It's a neat way to be able to use the radio to your advantage. So when that rare DX comes up, like, during gray line, it's coming up and you can hear it. You've got the ability to work it quick because you have your filters already set up. Great question, Rick. Thanks for asking that. Same on the 7300 as the 7610. Exactly the same. Nice question. Nice question. Daniel wants his stuff delivered by a juggler on a unicycle. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Rob Q, every Ham Fest needs a Larry Ham Radio live booth. Oh my gosh, that would be a train wreck. That would be a train wreck. But thank you. Thank you very much. Steve, topic question. A training course on how to influence and convince your life partner to agree to put that tower in your back garden. Oh my. William with a great, and this is very good because it explains everything, which is super, okay? Unobtainium is one of the nerd elements. Thank you. Only a true nerd knows the element is rare and a wonderful thing. William, thank you. Isn't it fun just to have talks about radio? Isn't it? I mean, really, this is what this is. I mean, you talk about radio for an hour, we have fun, we interact, and we enjoy each other's company. Fun, right? It's good. I can't believe that Tom is still awake. It blows my mind. It's very late where he is. Chris, 2 Echo 0, Union Kilo Hotel. Does your wife watch your YouTube? No. Nope. She doesn't, believe it or not. My cousin does. And I think my nephew now does, because he was talking about some YouTuber he watches, the kid that does these weird things that, like, he breaks bones and stuff. Crazy stuff. I told him, honey, I'm a YouTube guy too. And he's like, really? What are you talking about? Ham radio. It's like, huh? Pretty much. Tom likes to see Larry and friends at Hamfest. It's coming. It is. I think it's June 5th or 4th. Let me look real quick. CPAC, which is the one here in the Northwest, comes up. And the major manufacturers are there too, which is fun. It's nice they do that for us. That'll be June 4th. June 4th show, we'll do live. We'll stream live from CPAC. So we'll do, be able to see your comments. Won't have any, won't be able to do anything else, but we'll be able to see your comments and address everything. Hopefully it'll work out okay. It's John from Norway. Which antenna do you use, Larry? Right now it's on the DX Commander Classic antenna, 30 feet high. Works great. Yeah. Jim, let's all plan to meet next year. That would be fun to do. My wife's already got plans. She's like, okay, how can we get you to Ohio, Larry? How? And, it's impossible for me. Number one, my back isn't great. Number two, my brother's health is bad. So it's hard for me to go to a thing that long and that far away right now. But it's okay. Yeah. Dirk, with a neat topic, have an interesting Hamfest story. Tell us about it on Discord or share it here. Have a lot of fun. We'll have just as much fun here, too, with it. I like the idea, Dirk. Thank you. Aaron Lutz from Canada. Larry, what HF bands are you most active on and what antennas do you use? I still have the DX Commander. I have the Chameleon 2.0 vertical, also Alpha Hextena, also Urban Beam, which is unbuilt in the garage because I cannot get on the roof to put it up. No kidding. So until something happens, I won't have it. It just won't. It's just, I'll kill myself up there. And that would be bad. Yeah. My wife wouldn't like that. Dawn, November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. At a Hamfest, the ATM will only let you get $300 at a time. How many radios can you buy for $300? Exactly. Makes no sense. Give us a finance booth. I don't love that idea. Jeff in Portland. I'll try to get a seat back this year. Please do. We'll have a lot of fun. Dragon Match 360. Hi, guys. Larry, I have been busy. Yeah, fun to do 3 shows. It would be fun to do. Yeah. Wine in Africa. Like what I want to see is rare ideas and new inventions of some strange antennas or iterations. That's pretty cool. Rod Clare out of Salem. Tell Ray he missed my birthday. He could send me a 7610. No kid. And there's Connor. Look at that. 2 Echo Zero Union Kilo Hotel. He's changed his emoji and everything. It's like you guys change into your like superhero costumes and everything changes. Looks like you got some severe weather headed Jacksonville's way. Well, hunker down. Make sure everything's unplugged, buddy. Tom, Hamfest, more giveaways to newly licensed hams. Not necessarily the new stuff, but equipment not used. Paying it forward with lottery draws and also big sponsors. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. Absolutely. Had a guy got a hold of me and he asked me about what radio, like, because he needs a radio. He doesn't have an HF radio. I told him the best thing you could do is join a local ham club because they'll help you. Most will say, oh, geez, I'm not using this old thing here. Use it for a while. And they're happy that they're helping you. So, yeah, I like that idea. Thank you. Stian, try 17 and 20 meters. If we've got time, I've got some more stuff to do here first. Andy, got to start packing for the trip home, leaving at 4 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Well, that'll save you the line at least, right? That's going to be a long line to get out of town. And Lizzie fan, that's Fred. Welcome back, baby. Alpha 3 Romeo is in the house. He's at Hamvention. Good. I hope you have the ball. I hope you are, my friend. Yeah, I hope you are. And then Dirk, 10 Baofangs per ATM trip. That would be awesome. Thank you. Yes, I'm here for another UV5R. Are you out of them yet? Jeez. Yeah. Okay. Let's tell you who's coming to the channel just for fun. Tim Duffy, June 11th. That's a big name in amateur radio. Yep, that Tim Duffy. DX Engineering with a super station for contesters that you would drool over. I know I would. He's coming June 11th at 1900 UTC. He's going to talk about his ham radio career as well as contesting. Please join us. That's going to be a bunch of fun on June the 11th. Here in the States, that's going to be noon Pacific. If you're in the Eastern Time Zone, 3 p.m. In Australia, the east coast of Australia, it's going to be a little bit late for you. I mean, a little early, like about 6 a.m., but that's the way it goes. And this is Brenton. We talked about him yesterday on the show, and I was so excited. He sent me a nice little email back. And I wanted to share this with you because it's kind of fun. Remember, he's got that giant collection of radios, right? And there's CB, ham, a lot of ham stuff, a lot of microphones, tons of stuff. Amateur radio, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, got all. So I asked him, I said, okay, if you could only keep 5 radios, just 5, what radios would you keep? And I'll tell you what his answer is, and it may astound you. By the way, yesterday, Stian with a great eye. Here's Stian right here. Let me get you Stian on the screen. He's in Norway, and he's got a brilliant eye. Stian said, that's a 7850 right there. And he was 100% right. He really was. Let's take a look. This is Brenton's 7850. This is it right here. And look, here's the number on it. Each one of the 7850s, it was a limited edition where, depending on where you're at in the world, I think, got 150, and U.S., North America, I should say, got 200. And Mr. Inouye, the founder of Icom, hand-signed each one of those. No kidding. And he's got one of those. So I asked him, I said, Brenton, with all the radios you got, if you could only keep 5, because I couldn't tell one, right? You can't just say, guy with a giant collection like that, I can't say, okay, what one radio would you hold on to? So I wanted to give him some leeway. He said 5. But guess what he said I would keep? Let me show you real quick. Here are the 5 radios that Brenton would keep from his collection. I hope you enjoy this segment. It'll be a lot of fun. Here we go. First one he said that he would keep is this one. Of course. It's a 7850. He's got one of 150 worldwide. In fact, he's got number 119 of 150. Wow. Yep, 7850 is one of them. The second one he keep is the Yaesu FTDX 101 mic pop-up. He said, or D, I have both, a very close second to the Icom 7850, amazing technology in a very well-priced box. The next one might surprise you guys, might surprise you. This is the Kenwood TS950 Sierra Delta X-Ray, so the 950 SDX. He said it would not be fair not to include such a great flagship Kenwood that still sits in my personal shack. He says, okay, this last one was hard. So many radios here that deserve to be number 5, but, the Uniden 2020, look at that. That's one of the ones he'd keep because of all the memories he has with it. So that is a very rare Uniden model 2020 SSB transceiver. He also said in the 5, the last one he'd keep is this one. And this is the Yaesu FTDX 1000, FT1000 Mark V field. Okay, this is a big one. It says 200 watts in the box like new, had it for years, just a powerhouse Yaesu that competes with so many modern radios. Yeah. About the 7850, okay, the one that he owns, the 7850, he said, standout radio for me. I'm very biased and spoiled. My number one love as far as radio goes. So if you were him, this is what he would pick. 7850, and these are in no particular order. The 101 mic pop-up, the Kenwood TS950 SDX, the Uniden 2020, and the Yaesu FTDX FT1000 Mark V field. Brenton Meadows, Victor Kilo 3, Charlie Mike. Pretty good. Can you imagine? If only. I had a Mark V, and I used it. It is an amazing radio. Really cool radio. Amazing receiver on it. It really is. I can see why he likes it. In fact, I've had 2 of the ones he's got on his list, the Mark V and the 101 MP. And yeah, I agree with him 100%. Amazing. Try to go down to just 5 radios. He's like, you're killing me. Why 5? You crazy. Don, Larry, sometime join us on the Ham Radio Crash Course Net on Fridays, 8:50 p.m. Central Time on 40, but we just look for a clear frequency. I'd love to, Don. Thank you for the invite. That's nice. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Jason, November 5, Victoria Hotel Tango. Welcome to the show, bud. He says, Larry, you were right about the ZS6 BKW antenna. I've noticed quite a difference from the J5RV. Yeah. When that was redesigned by use computer technology to make the gain even better. Now you lose 80 meters. That's, to be fair, you lose 80 on it, but what you get for gain on 20 and 40, 17, 20, 17, 15, 12, 10, great antenna. Hi, Sean. Central Oregon's here. Good to see you. He says, no Hamvention for me. I'm on call for work this weekend. I am sorry to hear that. And Winan is talking about all kinds of stuff. Winan, it's always a pleasure to have you here. I mean that very, very much. Let's see. Rick says, Winan, a less good antenna can be real quiet. Yeah, I think what he's trying to say here is, if you have a cheap antenna, you can have a lot of noise. And, I noticed it with my dad, my father-in-law's dipole. When I got down there, I'm like, Jesus, radio's quiet. I forgot. I've got a vertical and he's got a dipole. Makes a big difference. It truly does. All right, let me catch up. We're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about, what are we doing? Oh my goodness, of course. We've got to now go one more time because what we do in this place, we're going to go back to Dayton. Of course we are. So let's go to Dayton, take a look at some final photos from our dear friends who've been sending them, both Jeff and my friend Charlie. Here's our Discord channel. We would love to have you join us. If you're not part of it, please join. It's a fun little group of people, and we have lots of topics you can take part in, from funnies to radio help and everything in between. All right, picture number 1. Here's from Charlie. Oops, didn't wear flip-flops to a muddy flea market. Yup, didn't get that memo. His poor feet. Here's Tom in Bahrain. Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey will experiment with Diversity Received. That's an RSP duo he got from Martin Lynch & Sons last week. Tom, that's a great piece of kit. Enjoy. That'll be great. Jeff, already George is doing interviews. You look through there he is. He got his tripod, his big camera. He's got a boom mic. Wow. Next, Hans Summers. Charlie recommended him earlier today during the show when he was live. He's a creator of the QCX/QCX Mini and QCX Kit line for QRP Labs. What a great shot. Nice work, Chuck. Next up, here is Charlie to my left, 4 Zulu 1 Union Golf from the QSO Today podcast. Next to him, Asher Farn, creator of the BitX transceiver kit. That's pretty sweet. And Charlie with the ham radio paddles that you can use upside down, right side up, left or right, and it still works. And Charlie remembering, wear better shoes next time. Poor guy. Jeff, taking a look at the On All Bads group. There's a lot of YouTube people here having fun and sharing some food and spend some time together. Here is the great picture of Chuck and Jeff together. There's two of our guys. November Juliet 7 Victor along with November 4 Papa Oscar Delta meeting up at Hamvention. That's pretty sweet. Then we've got Jeff sending some stuff here. There's Altimeter weather instruments. I'd like to see that booth. That looks pretty cool. And then a brand new transceiver. Look at this. This is actually a brand new transceiver. I like the fact it's color coded, right? Even I can use that radio, and that makes it kind of nice because I can use it.
My name is Larry.
Okay, sorry. Here's the Icom booth. It's pretty big. That's what the Icom booth looks like if you go to Hamvention this year. And there's the American Radio Relay League booth at this year's Hamvention. Pretty cool, right? And last but not least, my mate Richard. There he is with Charlie, November Juliet 7 Victor says, Richard was my favorite. That's Richard from MFJ, Richard Stubbs. That was truly a joy. And gosh.
Has this ever happened to you?
If you want to see funny commercials like that, wait till the end of the show. It's so good, man. I think it was a commercial from the UK, to be honest with you. It's just funny as heck. So if you like funny commercials, you need a laugh. We have a world so serious today, guys. We just need a little more joy in it. I hope you enjoy the funny spot at the end because it is really good. It's like, oh no, that is not happening. And then you look and go, oh, this is hilarious. All right, let's look upstairs, see how the Angry Hams feel about a show on a Saturday.
Terrible. Awful. I hated it.
Wonderful.
Spectacular. I loved it.
That's all we have to do to make them like the show. Excellent. Okay. 120-85. U.S. is in the lead with Canada and Mexico. We're taking the world on again. We'll see how we do. First question of two today. In 1970, when transmitting, a novice was not allowed to use which of the following devices? Was it A, a keyer? Was it B, a beam? Was it C, digital signal processing? Or was it D, the VFO? Okay, so it's 1970. We're in our little time machine, right? Okay. A novice was not allowed to use which of the following devices? A is keyer, B is beam, C is digital signal processing, and D is your VFO. Let me know with A, B, C, or D, and we'll let you know whose continent gets it right first today on the show. The answer may surprise you. I'll put it that way. Yeah. Dirk, the IT crowd was such an awesome show. Yeah, that would be cool. We need to learn that. I'd like to learn more. Rick says the keyer, the key. A, that would not be it, Rick. Thank you. Good guess, man. That's a good guess. Steve, Mike 7, Indy Whiskey Hotel, the UK with Beam. That's not it. Sean, Alpha India 7, Echo, Quebec. That almost sound like the computer voice, right? Alpha, Echo, 7, Echo, Quebec. Okay, sorry. Sean, D, BFO. Yep, that's it. You got it, BFO. That's right. 125-85 now. North America's in the lead. Yeah, you couldn't use a VFO. Those were not part of radios back then. It was separate. You couldn't use one if you were a novice. And that's the way it used to be back in amateur radio in 1970. Okay. Thank goodness we have improved radio and licensing laws since then. Next. In what year did the first Atlantic radio communication take place? Okay, so this is obviously before our times, right? None of us were alive here, but let's play along. In what year did the first transatlantic radio communication take place? Was it A, 1869, B, 1899, C, 1901, or D, 1914? Let me know what year you think the first transatlantic radio communication took place, and we'll make it part of the show and give you some points today. Good luck to you all. A is the A, that's right, 1869. B is 1899. C is 1901. My grandfather used to say that. In the aught years, from aught to aught 1909. Way back in 1909. Yeah, anyway. D is 1914. So let us know the first year that you think first transatlantic call was made. All right, first one up comes from Winan in Africa. We're glad you're here, Winan. He says B, 1899. You are so close. Oh, Winan, you're so close. Remember, only one guess per person first round. Okay, so we can't do both of them. Sorry, Winan. Okay. Rick, he says 1869. Or just it's maybe, not quite sure. We'll see. Greg Lopez, Kilo Tango 4, Romeo Alpha Mike. He's got C, 1901. And he got it correct. Well done. Yes, it is 1901. Yep. It was actually received in a place called Androssan, Scotland. And it was the first time it had ever happened. It beat Marconi by about 10 days. No kidding. Yeah. And so this was a very special moment in amateur radio. First time transatlantic call was done over the ocean and proved that actually those bands that people didn't want to give us were actually worth something in the first place. It's a true story. And when radio was first not invented, but first discovered, radio waves, right? It was thought by many experts that the high frequency bands of 3 to 30 megahertz just didn't have any value. There's nothing you could do with them. They had no idea they could bounce off the ionosphere and go thousands of miles. Then they wanted those frequencies. They made shortwave available to everybody. It's true. That's a true story right there. Also getting that one, by the way, Dirk had C, Andy had C, William in Jacksonville B, Stian had C, Amon Azar, welcome back. He had C, Rick with B, and Jason with D. Love the minion. Rob with B, Anton with D, Don with C, Steve with C, Winan change it now to C. It's like we all just keep changing. A, B, C, D. There you go. Mike, welcome. Golf Zero, Romeo, Foxtrot, Delta. He's a first-timer. Welcome to the show, Mike. Nice to meet you. It is. Also, Robert, welcome. That's another first-timer. Whiskey 5, India Union Alpha. It's good to have you guys. Thanks for coming today to Ham Radio Live. Appreciate it. All right, let's do this. We'll take a look at 10 meters here in the Northwest. It's been a long time since it's been open, so let's have a little fun. We'll turn the radio on, and we'll see if possibly we can make a call with somebody out there. And if we can, we'll see if maybe we can make a new friend or two. So then we'll get to the sign-off today, and then we'll do the funny commercial afterwards. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for coming on a Saturday Ham Radio Live. Let's get the radio on the screen. There it is. So we're at 28465. And I realize not the entire world is on 10. I realize that. But it's just so nice to see it open again. Gosh, it's nice to see this open again. Let me just try something real quick, guys. I'm going to go to 410. And let me back off the noise gate just a little bit. All right, now you should hear it. And that's right in the middle of the RFI, so we'll go to 415. Always listen first. Just make sure you're not stepping on somebody. We'll quickly tune. And we're good. And we'll check frequency. Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Look at this guy right here. Hold on. This is some gray line. Because his signal is not that strong before us. That's gray line. Most likely out of South America.
Es correcto, me encuentro en el centro de México, San Luis Potosí. En el centro de la República Mexicana, Dan, en San Luis Potosí, cambio.
So there you go. That's 10 meters. It's that good today. So you folks in the north, don't worry. It's coming back. You get 10 meters back here this week, and it's going to be so much fun for the wall. Checking frequency availability, Kilo 7 Hotel November. Let me open up my filter to 3. And we'll see if we can make a quick call to somebody out there on 10. CQ on 10, Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ from the Pacific Northwest of Oregon and streaming on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, calling any station anywhere and standing by for calls. Just bring the noise, just the RF gain a little bit down. And we'll try one more time. CQ from 10. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ from Oregon. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ to any station anywhere and listening. And for people who are new, you'll see me change. You'll hear a beep. I'm checking my meter for SWR and my ALC. I'm not so much worried about my power. It'll take care of itself. I'll look at both of those. You'll see me switch to the meters here carefully on the left meter. I'll do it one more time just so you see it. CQ from Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ from Oregon. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ to any station anywhere and listening. There you go. So, Kilo 7 Hotel November, QSY. I want to just look at this. And this would make sense coming from the south of Mexico. But let's move down. I'd rather move down a frequency or two that someone else could use. So we'll go down to 17 meters real quick. And we'll see if perhaps we can make a call with somebody. All right, so we're at 18.127. Let me just check real quick my SWR real fast. And that's SWR. Is the frequency in use Kilo 7 Hotel November? We're still good there. We're not bad. And now that thing came back. Well, that fixes that problem. We'll go to 20. Go to a place where generals can work as well. And this is a contest weekend, so, you know, it is what it is. Check my SWR again. Is the frequency in use Kilo 7 Hotel November? Yep, that's in use. Hear the noise? If you hear that, you're on top of somebody, so just move. So we'll be at the top of 20. Excuse me. Checking frequency availability, Kilo 7 Hotel November. Little tuner. Checking frequency availability. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. I might tighten that up a little bit. There's our tuner. So we'll just tune, and that'll drop our SWR down. Checking frequency availability, Kilo 7 Hotel November. See, the meter doesn't move at all, so there you go. And we're back to power. CQ on 20 from Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ, any station, anywhere from Oregon. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ on 20 and listening. Okay, so we're trying 12. Let's try one more time, and then we'll close the show. I got a funny sign off there. Funny, and I'm hearing somebody now. See, this is the problem with 20 on a contest weekend. You just get that stuff. All right. Kilo 7 Hotel November QSY. So we'll move.
You know what? I never really understood it.
But that's, I mean, the vans are open, and they're just fantastic today. They really are. Like I said, before the show started, made a call to Brazil, Papa 5 Romeo Tango. 10's great, and the radio's working good. I'm grateful for that. It's been good. I try and make a little bit of stops if I can sometimes on the show to make calls to people, and I do my best, but keep in mind it is a long show if you do that, and you're constantly doing that. So 17, see, I got to work on that a little again, I guess. 15, if I take a look, let me quickly look at a MUF map real fast, and I'll share it with you. Let me just check MUFs real quick. Okay, so let me share a screen with you. There you go. All right. So here's current Kilo Charlie 2 golf map, and we'll zoom it in so you get a better view of it. You see, from the UK and everything, from Britain and from the mainland of Europe, still 22 meters, so 15 should still be strong. Let's try it. We'll move over to 15 and take a listen. So we'll be at 340, 21,340 even, and we'll see if we can just make a quick call. So again, we're on 15 meters, which right now shows it should be open to Europe, and we'll see if maybe someone can make the call over the pole. Is the frequency in use? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Check my SWR real quick. Sorry, let me get you back on the radio so you can see what I'm seeing. There you go. Is the frequency in use? Kilo 7 Hotel November. I have fixed the antenna. I thought I had 17 fixed too, but I haven't tuned anything yet. It's working just fine. All right, let's give it one shot. Or two. CQ from Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ from Oregon. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ on 15 meters and standing by for calls. Get a little of the sizzle out of that, and we'll try one more time. CQ from Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ on the 15-meter band. From Oregon, this is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ and listening. And that's it. Oh, well, you know what? It's cool. Let me show you real quick. This is kind of fun. I love to do this stuff because a lot of people like to know how far calls are and stuff. So anyway, this call was made earlier. This is Papa 5 Romeo Tango to Marcos there in Brazil. And the distance on that one just before the show started. So it was 6,790 miles. And that's 100 watts and the DX Commander Classic antenna. So that's it. That's pretty good. So it gives you an idea of exactly what's going on in terms of, the radio and how it's working. And I'm grateful it worked pretty well today. So nice to get Brazil back in the log. We'd love to help you get an amateur radio license. Really would. It's one of the coolest hobbies in the entire world. It really is a lot of fun. And I want to invite you also to stay after the sign off. You'll love the commercial. It's funny as heck. In fact, because we're going to the UK here now, we'll do we'll do a UK sign up, and then you'll see the commercial. It is hilarious. But to get you into amateur radio, the best way to do it is to contact a large organization to help you find a small club near you. Those clubs can be very helpful. They can help you understand what amateur radio is. They can help you get your license, and they can even help you get gear to get started too. Contact someone like the Radio Society of Great Britain. They're amazing at what they do, and they help people worldwide find amateur radio clubs. Find them online at www.rsgv.org. Please make sure and hit the contact us bar. Let them know where you're located, and they'll send you an amateur radio club close by to you. That's how it works, my friends. Until we meet again, and I don't know if I'll have a show tomorrow. We did 3 today, and that was a lot. So I may just be having a little rest day tomorrow. My name's Larry. My call sign amateur radio is Kilo 7 Hotel November. God bless you wherever you may be in this world. Thank you so much for watching Ham Radio Live. Goodbye, everybody.
'Tis but a few hours to sun up, and you'll be able to get out into the garden bright and early. I was sitting in my garden at 5 o'clock this morning. I know nobody around here believes me, but it's absolutely true. I had to sit in the garden for an hour or so waiting for TVAM to start at 6. Well, if you're up at 5 tomorrow, you'll have an hour and 55 minutes to wait, because on a Sunday, TVAM programs begin at 6:55 with Good Morning Britain. Our programs start at 9:25 with Cartoon Time and the Wonderful World of Professor Kitzel. And if you are as heavily into cartoons as I am, you must make a special note that the Glen Michael Cavalcade tomorrow is not at its usual time. It is indeed much earlier, at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. And if you have small people in the house who are addicted to Glen Michael, maybe you ought to tell them about that at breakfast time. Well, I'll be back with you tomorrow night, but now let's take a look together at all the programs that we can enjoy on STV on Sunday. Incidentally, if you're really keen, we start showing the test card at 5:15 in the morning. But Radio 4th doesn't start until 6 o'clock when Ken Haynes is along with Ken's Den. There's news at 8, followed by View from Earth with Anne Pagan. And at 8:30 on Radio 4th, Alex Shuttleworth is back with Solid Gold Sunday. Radio Clyde doesn't show the test card, but it has music all night. And All Right All Night tonight is presented by Shagan and Mark Goodyear. At 6 o'clock there's news, followed by Jim Simon's Sunday Show. And these are the programs you can enjoy on your local independent radio services. Well, Channel 4 programs continue for ages and ages and ages, so if you want to retune, you'll find all sorts of things going on there. But if you're going to switch off now, well, please don't forget to switch off your television set and, for safety's sake, disconnect it from the mains for the night. From all of us here, good night.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah, I'm sorry, officer.
Can I see your papers, please? Hello. Mummy in a bit of a hurry, was she? Step out of the car, madam! Step out of the vehicle now!